we're up and running. This is the first episode of Three People on a Couch.
Yes.
3 people on a couch.
The yet to be titled podcast featuring 3 young individuals in Los Angeles.
Yeah, like everyone else in the city feels like. But we are on a couch and we are on a podcast.
So we've got Steve, D'Amico, and we've got Amanda, and we got myself, Brian. We're going to be your hosts for today's episode of the podcast, which is untitled. What should we begin talking about, guys?
I mean, I don't know, like stuff that we usually talk about.
Well,
what's up? What's going on?
What is up? Well, I'm going camping this weekend.
Tell us about that.
So it's a 3-day camping experience up in Big Bear. It's called Surrender Fest. So we don't know the details of it because we need to surrender to it. So we know the location, what to bring, and that's it.
That sounds so LA, to be honest.
I mean,
doesn't it sound like an LA experience?
It does. It's a bunch of people getting in the woods, some plant medicines.
no,
Instagram
substance
photos.
free. Substance free, the event.
They say that.
No, it's
I mean,
enforced.
it's just an event for searchers.
Yes.
It's an event for everyone. I think we
That
can use
search
these
for
words
something.
like people that are like into like self-improvement can then be deemed as like less than or like, oh, they're lost. But I quite think it's the opposite. I think people that are into that stuff want to improve, and those are the people that actually make a difference.
But
and
you can get hooked on the search. And who is actually the one?
Sure.
Who's actually the one searching?
What does that even mean?
Who's searching?
It's good shit, man. Hey,
There goes the sponsorships. I was hoping for a honey sponsorship. Or LegalZoom. LegalZoom is not a law firm. They can connect you to one.
This podcast is brought to you by Tea. Drink responsibly.
Who is searching?
That is
though?
true.
You know?
What are we trying to like a deep conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like you. Okay, so if you are searching, then you are searching.
Who's me? Who's Brian? It's the.
That's way too deep. Come on, but I mean,
The better question is who's my agent, and you should contact them.
everyone looks for an agent.
So what
here.
is going on in everyone's personal lives?
Yeah.
I know we're all victim to the Tinder swiping lifestyle. Some of us need to ice our thumbs more than others. Honestly, when there's days that I'm swiping too much, I'm not even joking. My thumb knuckle will start drying out and then bleeding.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like
What?
I don't need Apple to tell me I've been on my phone too much when literally my thumb is bleeding.
That's
That
a
is
problem.
insane.
It really will. I'll get like a rough like hockey player or like blacksmith thumb, but this is literally from looking for someone to complete
Wait,
my life.
why do you use Tinder? First of all,
Not Tinder, but you know what I mean. Just the apps in general.
use Hinge, right?
Yeah, here
But
and
Hinge,
there.
you have to kind of like do this up and
It's
down.
the same.
motion.
It's the same thing. It's not
It's
from.
the same.
It's not from swiping. It's just from putting my thumb down on the screen.
You know what the problem is with
repeatedly.
these dating apps? It's the same problem for I think everyone. Maybe not, but for me, I match with a girl. She seems really cool. I message her. She doesn't respond for a day or two. I match with a new girl. I start messaging her. Then we start having a conversation. The girl from the day before, then she messages back. But then I'm already preoccupied with another conversation. Then a third person comes in, then a fourth and a fifth. And then I just forget half of them or the conversations go nowhere. And then I don't respond or they don't respond. I feel like this is an endless cycle because you're just constantly matching with more people. It's not natural.
Do you feel like you need to be more selective with your swiping? And did you feel like as a female, you are more selective in that men are more just quantity over quality?
I mean, to be fair, like I don't use the apps because the apps doesn't work for me.
Liar. Sorry.
I have the apps. That's
Oh,
not what I'm saying.
I don't use the app.
Amanda,
Yeah, but
I
I-
met you on Venmo. I was like, why is this girl requesting $100? I don't even know her.
You know what? It was so funny. I was actually talking to a guy. He slided into my DMs on Instagram, and then he got my number. We texted a little bit, tried to impress me, and then after a while, I kind of ghosted him. And then I get a Apple Pay request.
No,
for,
you didn't.
I did from him.
For what?
It was for $1, and he said, "Ignoring me fee." Isn't that? It's kind of funny
It's
though.
kinda
It's
funny.
kind of
It's
funny.
kinda funny.
I was like, "Damn!"
I've
this
heard
is-
of guys doing this. Like some girl was telling me that she blocked her ex like on everything, and then on Cash App, he was trying to get to her, but to even communicate, you have to send money. So he was sending like $1 to like get a message like, "Hey, please unblock me." And I was like, "You can make a full-time living
That
off
example,
of this."
Yeah,
seems sad,
definitely.
but your example seems kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that
also
was
creepy.
funny. No, I just
thought
thought
you
it
liked
was.
it.
I just thought
Did
it
you
was
respond?
funny. Yes.
Oh, so it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
And did you meet him?
No.
So it sort of worked.
So it didn't fully work. But
Do you feel okay? You're a girl, so I'm gonna pull up my hands. I'm gonna be brave here.
Mhm.
So I matched with this girl. I won't say her name in case she's listening.
Uh-huh.
And she's got on her profile. Let's. I'll give you a look here.
Okay.
So she's got some pictures. I'll describe it for you. Picture of her like partying, one with friends. Her hiking with
a dog.
A random fact that she loves. You want to read that out loud?
Cows moo with regional accents.
So cows. So then I said, okay, I'll be funny. And I responded with, how do the California cows moo? And that was on September 19th. And then she responded yesterday. So 3 days later, she said, I imagine it's very casually. Maybe they say hella before.
No, I think the California cows only produce oat milk. They don't have regular lactate.
That.
Hey, sorry, my roommate's funnier, so I'm gonna match you.
Like,
do we continue? Okay, so it's like ha 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 ha. Neither of us really know anything about each other yet. It's just the interaction, the beginning step.
Yeah.
Now, my problem with online dating, which is why I prefer to meet people in real life.
Me too.
But the pandemic's made that a little bit more difficult. Can't
True.
quite go over to somebody like, hey, sex fiend. Is that anyone can pretend to be anyone on these apps, and they do. They want to show their best selves. And when you meet someone, I feel like off these apps, it sort of follows as like a script. Do you feel this when you meet someone in person? It's like, hey, how's it going? It's like but that's actors reading lines.
But that's what I mean with the apps doesn't work for me. Like, because every time I'm on the apps or does match with someone, I usually I don't want to text. I don't know why, but
you don't know them yet. It makes sense.
I don't want to text you. I don't want to like interrogate you. I don't know.
Them.
Yes, I want to meet as soon as possible. Yeah, but the problem is that just means that I'm just matching with like random dudes. Then I'm meeting them up, and then they're not what I expected them to
qualify.
be. I know. So, but I don't have that because I don't text with them enough before, and then I end up going on a date, and the date goes like, ugh. What did I think there? And then I don't want to do it again. So what I mean, I'm totally with you with meeting someone in person and just feeling kind of vibe or a connection. And to be honest, all dates I've ever been to through an app, never, ever got a spark from it. Never.
Wait, but hang on. I'm going to defend the apps here in case they sponsor this podcast.
Okay.
Depends on the app.
Yeah,
Bumble, if you want to sponsor.
So wait,
senior citizens read my Grindr
I mean, I can
messages.
be convinced maybe.
So but part of that's on you because you're not pre-qualifying, right? If you go to
what is pre-qualifying?
If you want
to open up a credit card,
yeah, let's go with that. If you want to get a mortgage for a house, right? If you want to get a mortgage for a house, we'll use this analogy, and you go to the bank, you don't just walk in and say, "Hey, I want to get a mortgage for a house," and then go, "Hi, what's your name?" You say Amanda. They go, "Great, here's your mortgage. Have a great day." That's what you're doing with online dating. What they want to look at your credit history. They want to see if you pay things on time, if you use citizenship. They want to see like how long you've been. All these things, right? And then they determine if you'd be a good fit. Which means, are you likely to default on your loan or not?
Yeah,
you kind of have to do the same with dating. You have to like do a little bit of that. I agree, it's boring though, but you have to like ask them questions, see how they respond. Do they have a sense of humor? Are they
but
serious?
The problem is that with dating apps, you always have to like start by being funny or clever, and then you slowly roll into like the more serious connect. How long have you been in LA for? And then it goes from there. And Sweden, I always wanted to go and stuff like that. So it's I just think it's such a process, and I don't want to deal with it. That's why I don't use the apps. I'm on the apps, and sometimes.
Sorry. Continue.
No, do.
I will do now. Okay, so I just read you my last message.
Yeah.
Be honest, Amanda. Pull your phone out. Open up your app. Steven, pull your phone out. Open up your app. I want you to take the last.
Where is my phone?
The last message, and read what they said and what you said. Okay.
Okay. While I'm doing this, where's your phone?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can save it for. Okay. Yeah. Grab it.
Okay. So, do you want to see Tinder?
What are you most active on?
Nothing. Like I go in, I swipe, and then
we'll take Tinder.
Out.
We'll take
Tinder.
Yeah.
I have not responded to anyone.
Okay. Fine. Go on Hinge.
I don't have Hinge.
Bumble.
Okay, so all the ones I've matched with on Tinder, I never responded. Okay. Okay, here it is.
Okay, read it out loud. Or do you want me to read it?
I can read it.
I'll read
no,
the guy.
You
And
okay.
You read the girl? Or
Yeah.
you want me to read the girl and you read the
I'll
guy?
be me.
You be you. Okay. You
Okay,
yellow,
so
right?
yeah, on Bumble, it's good.
Wait, you
because-
message? Oh yeah, it's Bumble. You have to
Yeah,
message him
Bumble,
first.
I have to message first, and I didn't know that in the beginning. I was just like matching with all these guys.
Why is no one
and I was
responding?
like, why is no one responding to me? Like, why is no one reaching out to me? But then I realized, okay, I have to do this. Okay, so I say, hi there.
Hi, Amanda. How long have you been in LA?
And then I say, 2 years in December. How about you?
And then I say, haha, 15 years. Like European girls, much more open-minded. How has LA treated you? Hoping to find your future ex-husband here? Ugh.
Ew. I didn't even read
That's
this.
the lamest form of comedy that I've heard 1,000 times. Let's look.
Yeah.
Let's look. Okay, let's see what
Okay,
he's got
look at
here.
him.
Good day, mate. I'm guessing he's Australian.
Yeah.
From Outback, Australia.
No, you can't read it.
Oh, I can't.
Oh.
Is it too
I mean,
obvious?
No, maybe not.
Okay, fine. I will stop
But,
reading.
like,
He loves food and wine. It's just like a generic profile. You've seen this 1,000 times. So like European girls, I like, first of all.
yeah, it's like,
Open-minded. Sounds like a sexual thing.
yeah, it really does.
How was LA treated? And you didn't respond. When did you send this? Oh, this was yesterday. Are you gonna respond?
I don't wanna.
Let's look at this guy. Oh, you said I like your style.
It's
Do
so
you
weird.
do you not like having to start the conversation? Do you feel like that aspect of Bumble is not working to your advantage? And how does it work for same-sex dating? Like the bottom sends the first message. How does it work in these other apps?
How do gays do Bumble?
This is a weird conversation. Sorry to cut you guys off.
Yeah.
You said I like your style. This person said, "Oh, thank you. You're too kind. I like your accent that I have yet to hear. Haha. How's LA treating you?" And then he said, "Maybe we can match together."
Yeah, but that's because I didn't.
But yeah, you've already matched.
I know, but
What? So you have missing socks?
no, but like the thing is, this was like
The 16th. You didn't respond. You
I never responded because I was like, what the fuck?
I just feel like these are all preliminary rounds and they mean nothing until you're face to face with someone.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what someone's personality is like through text at all. FaceTime, a little bit more so, but still not the full experience. And then once you actually get in front of someone,
yeah,
you can see what their energy actually is.
But that's why I really like to meet people in real life, and the apps doesn't work for me.
What do you think, since we're on apps, and I'm going to use this time as...
I think you are the most active on apps
Definitely.
of all of the three.
Whoa.
Definitely.
Oh, you are.
Whoa.
I'm not saying that you are too much. I'm just saying
he has
more than
carpal
you.
tunnel from the amount he uses it.
What do we think of my intro? Okay, so you've been using this. Is this a good first photo?
No,
Oh. Why?
because you look old. No.
old?
I'd say no because your eyes are covered and girls want to be able to see your eyes.
One, you look old. Two, what the? No, is this your first?
No,
Yeah, it's a hiking in the Himalayas.
That's
But-
a desktop
no, but-
PC background. I shot it in front of him. That's what it looks like. That's the Yosemite backdrop.
This is him on Zoom.
Wait.
With a Zoom
Wait.
background.
All right, so wait, let's go through my profile. This picture?
Yeah, that's so much better.
But it's too dark, isn't it?
No, that one is so much. What the F,
Okay.
Ryan?
All right, what about this?
This was good, like fun. Your first picture? No.
What about that? Too actory?
Two actor.
Hi.
Everyone in LA is
Here's
actors.
the thing: you don't have to be dating online at all. No one does, except for me.
What?
You meet plenty of girls. You're in these classes. You're out and about. You're
Yeah.
meeting women.
But that's just
This
happening
is-
after a year of pandemic. I've just started getting back in
But
the
I
world.
think these apps are more of a time killer. They're the same thing as opening up Reddit, opening up
Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
I
It's
agree.
opening up.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
agree.
It's not actually with the intention to find the love of my life. It's another dopamine hit. And
I
just,
agree. And
It's
you
like
know
it's
what?
like scrolling through news.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do right now on air with all of our
Here we
listeners?
go. He's deleting the app.
No, he's not going to.
I'm gonna let Amanda respond to some of these.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Amanda, so,
I want to respond.
but don't be coy.
No, I mean, you're really giving this to the wrong person because
Let's
I had
see-
like 2 matches on Bumble.
Let's see what you got here.
Okay. It's the cows.
So how do the California cows moo? I imagine it's very casually. Maybe they say hella before.
We drop that now. We go, haha, not something real.
Oh, really? You're not going to go with
How
it?
about-
the
One
joke's
more.
done.
Haha, you down to get milked later?
I want to.
I
You
like
know
to
what?
keep it on theme.
No, but you know what?
I like to tip
What?
you over later.
A friend of mine, she got a message from a guy from like Tinder or some of these apps, and where he said, "I want to milk you." How do you milk a girl?
She
I
has
can
to
milk
have
an
given
almond.
birth.
So what do we
fairly
got, guys? What do
recently.
we got for this?
I don't know, dude. What do you usually say?
We're gonna give. All right, Amanda, you're gonna reply to this one, and Steve, you're gonna reply to the next one. We're gonna see who gets back on the next episode.
Okay, well, she replies, I'm going to do some of your laundry, and then we'll do some like the other errands.
perfect. Would you
need.
mind
Yeah.
just cleaning my room? It's a little messy as well.
I got
Yeah.
you.
Haha.
We're here.
See all this effort that we're doing right
It's
now, trying to
so
think of
much-
response. This is wasted time.
It really
But
is.
if you
I can't.
if you have to think of a response, you already know it's not the one for you because there's nothing flowing, there's no synchronicity, there's no
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
chemistry.
What chemistry? There's been one exchange of dialogue.
I know, but why did you even not respond the last time? If you were
It was
into
yesterday, last night, 11 p.m.
but why haven't you responded yet?
It was 11 p.m. I was class this morning. I had an audition today. I'm busy.
I
Okay,
know,
fine, but
But if you felt that spark, I feel like you would have
You,
responded.
do you ever feel a spark from an online? You don't know
yeah, when I
that.
dated an electrician.
You can't feel a spark, and you have to take all that language away. You've no idea, like Amanda said, you have no idea who these people are. You have no idea who they are, and you haven't had a conversation. What are you bantering?
Well,
yet?
what I mean is you don't have the level of interest where if there was a girl that popped up, you're like, this girl is beautiful. You would have responded that night.
Do you
You're
wanna
just
see-
not that
No,
interested.
not
No, we don't.
true.
It's not about what she looks like. It's just I
Not
think
true.
you're not that interested.
Not true. You don't want to be responding right away. You match with them, you respond right away. That looks desperate. There's
I
little
don't think
rules.
so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
No.
think so.
100%.
I don't think
honestly,
so.
I'm so tired of that not responding.
It's games.
And
It's playing games.
I just, I
Games.
can't.
It's all playing
It's all
games.
I
playing
can't do
games.
it. And honestly, to be honest, if I match with someone and then they write to me, because I don't have notifications from the apps,
smart.
which means that I actively have to go into it, which I never do. That's why I never respond because I don't know that I have messages. And so if they like write to me right the second when we match, I am actually on the app and then I can respond. So I respond and then he responds. But if he responds back again, so it's an exchange, it's 100% more likely that he'll get my number. But if he is not writing to me for a while, I'm always like, hey, dude, what are you up to? Like, you probably have your notifications on. Why haven't you?
Yeah, because people's
Why didn't you write
engagement
to
levels
me?
they'll change abruptly.
Yes,
And
I think you should change that.
I disagree. If someone messaged me at 11 p.m. and then I respond at like 12 when I see that to me is desperate. It's like, hey, why aren't you? I was sleeping.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine, but
I'm talking, this is literally less than 12 hours.
yeah, and
that
this
we're
is only
talking.
like,
If it's days, then I agree with you. The interest is not
okay,
there.
how did the cow subject even get brought up?
Me.
Because
That's
she
whole
had that on her
conversation.
profile.
I said, how do cows move in California? She said, they probably say hella first.
Wait, why did you ask that?
because on her profile it says, did you know that cows
Oh,
has an
okay.
accent when they
Oh,
move?
that's right. That's
Why
right.
did you ask?
I thought it was like one of those
Cash-
jokes.
Wait, is that not
Cat-
a good opener? I said that with everyone.
Like, what do you call a rabbit with? Like, I thought you were like doing
I
like a
hate
dad
those.
joke.
I hate that. I remember when I first moved to LA, I did use the apps much more just to get out there. And I got so many of those like opening lines that like, what do you get? Like, what do you get if you cross a rabbit with a horse? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, dude. That's like the weirdest. Like, why are you asking
It was
me
like a
these
geneticist that's like, no, I really want to know.
jokes? Yeah, but it's like
I have
jokes.
fetal cells here. I'm trying to make something.
Did you read yours?
That
yet?
would be funny though. That would be funny. Did you have a message?
Yeah, where's your message?
Oh, my message.
So
No.
don't choose the best, choose the last, and be honest. What you said, what they said.
Okay.
This is. I'm not gonna read this one for obvious reasons, but I'll read.
Oh.
No, you'll be glad I won't. I'll read this one though. So on my Hinge, I have a video of a TikTok about a joke. How I talk about how my mom only dates when she has some kind of home improvement issue. We need the ceiling painted. She's back on Match. Water heater broke. Applebee's with the plumber. She needs an Art Deco lounge chair. She's on Grindr. So that was the video that I posted. And this kid wrote, my mom has been doing the same thing with the flooding in her basement. I said, she needs her pipes cleaned out. And then he wrote,
Oh my god. You said that?
I said that because it was just a plan where its pipes cleaned out. And then he wrote back, needs a sump pump. I don't know what
Sump pump?
I didn't know what that
I
meant.
don't
So
get it.
So you never responded?
the conversation ended September 6th, time of death, September 6th, 12:06 p.m. You know what? I would have kept on talking, but I have app fatigue. I really do.
Same.
I can't
Yeah.
even do this anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone's
I
trying
have
to
so
be
much
witty.
fatigue. And it's a real thing. Staring at your phone, keeping up with these conversations that might go nowhere. They're adding no value. I'm so fatigued, and I'm throwing my hands up in the air and just. You
just don't care.
This is actually how I feel. Like these guys are quality, nice guys, and if they walk through the door, I'd go sit with them and have a date with them and talk to them. But I can't be bothered to even respond anymore because I'm so fatigued. And the thing is, straight people have been at this since Tinder came out. How old are you? 18, maybe?
16.
16? No, you weren't 16 when Tinder came out.
Yeah.
You were?
Well, hang on. Hey, Siri. When did Tinder come out?
Tinder was published September 15th, 2012.
How old was I?
September 15th.
I was
22.
What?
Yeah. So Tinder came out when you were 22.
Hey Siri, when did Grindr come out?
He was taking his driver's exam. I was swiping while he was parallel parking.
Hey Siri, when did Grindr, the app, get created?
2000.
Grindr was formed March 25th, 2009.
Oh, what were you about to say?
What?
You've been on apps. Your app was out before the straight app was out.
That's the point I was going to make.
Oh.
Before you.
Oops.
And also, I wasn't on Grindr. There was the point I was making, seeking partners and dating online.
So you've been doing this a while.
I've actually been doing this since 16, which was 2006 or 2005. I've actually been doing it that long.
Oh, delete the app.
Consistently. So I am truly fatigued.
Can I answer your phone?
At the
Whoever's
moment.
calling you?
No.
On the podcast?
No.
No, you don't do that.
Sorry.
That'll be a different segment. That's for our Scandals and Animals segment. Bring out the snakes! Oh my god!
I'm looking forward to that one.
I really am fatigued, and I think using Grindr or these more like immediate instant gratification apps, it almost makes it more difficult to go backwards now. It's like, wait, I can't just message anyone I want. I can't get these people to talk back immediately. Yeah. It's the instant gratification has warped my sense of communication and my patience, I suppose.
But
on a serious note, we won't have any dating apps sponsoring this podcast.
No, or maybe we will. We because we are talking about it.
There are a few we haven't mentioned. They're like, you know what? We hate Tinder too. Like, we want to sponsor you. Like,
Match owns all of them, though.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They own OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, Tinder.
What's that?
And I think
Plenty of Fish is like a seafood app. No. It's like you swipe, oh, mackerel. I don't use the thing is I've said this a million times. It doesn't matter what the app is. Doesn't matter if it's Tinder, Bunder.
It's a new one.
Well, we're gonna get you some paper towels
Tinder,
from Southern America.
Bumble, Grindr, Venmo, the lesbian version I made up, Muffler. Doesn't matter what it is. It's gonna be the same. Same dudes in the same radius around me on all these apps.
You know, that is actually so funny because when you turn your radius down, you see all the same. Yeah. You see the same guys at all the apps.
And imagine if you were dating just a 5% minority of the general population. You literally see the same ones. The guys that are on Hinge, it's like looking to be wined and dined. It's like, didn't you have your ass cheek sprayed on Grindr like last night? Seriously, that's what it is. It's what it is, and I like that. Like a man who'll spread his cheeks on one app and file my taxes on the other.
That's what you get when you mix them up. But I mean,
are your eyelashes real?
No.
Oh.
No.
Does it hurt when you put them on?
No.
Oh. How do you take them off?
You pull them.
They just come off.
Yeah.
Could they fall off mid-conversation?
They could.
Has that ever happened?
No.
You're like, I have to tell you something really important, and your eyelash just falls down. And just, your date screams.
No, you glue them on in the mornings, and then they stick to it.
Are there some that are more permanent? What is micro-threading?
That's your eyebrows, I think.
Yeah, that's eyebrows.
Right?
Yeah.
It's called tattooing your eyebrows?
Yeah, so micro-needling.
I thought micro-threading is when they take a thread and they like thread you.
They like
micro-threading? I don't know. Like
that's micro-needling.
No, it's micro-blading.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, you can call it. You can call it whatever.
That's a micro-penis. That's what that is.
I know what that is too, because a friend of mine told me about it and then Googled it.
I've dealt with a micro-penis before, and
really,
it is
in real life.
Yeah. I felt so bad for the kid. I played him the world's tiniest violin because that's the only way I could jack him off.
That is crazy.
No, it's actually really sad. You know, some people are afraid of 6 feet. Some are afraid of 2 inches. You know, There are micro penises.
This
out there.
podcast brought to you by COVID and micro penises.
If you know someone who's suffering from a micro penis, there is help. Please call.
Is it? Is it though?
I don't know.
Like, I kind of want to see one in real life though.
I thought you said you had. Oh, that was someone, your friend. I think you told me.
Yeah, my friend
just
has.
imagine his big toe with foreskin, and that's pretty much what a micro penis looks like.
Okay.
What it tastes like, that'll have to be another episode.
next episode.
This episode rated R.
But
let's also not mention the C word moving forward, just because demonetizing.
What's the C word? Can we beep it out?
Yeah, I guess, but C-O.
Wait.
what? I'm so confused right now.
I don't want to beep it out, but the word that describes the thing that's going on in the world right now, the C word.
Oh.
I was like, cougar?
What?
He's like,
I was like,
no, because I know they'll demonetize if you bring that up.
really?
Really?
Yeah, because it'll be considered misinformation.
Oh.
So we cannot speak about calligraphy on this channel.
No calligraphy.
Not gonna say that word.
Down with calligraphy.
Never said that word.
You can always
Calligraphy?
beep it out, but
Say calligraphy.
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 What is it?
Calligraphy.
it's a
It's a form of writing. Like,
form-
you know, like
style of writing.
when they do the big long strokes.
Oh.
Do you think you could get a girl off just from writing calligraphy on her back?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Do you feel like
I
it's?
don't know.
I've been in yoga classes before where women are orgasming just from having the instructor fuck them. Just from doing some of the poses they have.
Really?
Yeah,
I only like fart sometimes.
like they're doing that. It's like, this is downward dog. All right.
You really see you farted in yoga class?
Yes. Don't you?
Did you try to
I don't
cover it
know,
up
a
and
lot
like
of
blame it on the
people-
next guy and kind of look at them and kind of like
No, but like it's usually I will never be invited to a yoga class again. No, but like sometimes when you like do something, some stretches with your, it just like flows out really smooth.
oh,
and
smooth farts.
yes,
makes
it's
sense.
not like a. It's not a sound to it.
I did get massage.
It's more like.
Oh, I got stretching done and I was really gassy for that.
Really?
And that was
were you
not
holding,
fun.
Were you holding it in?
Tried to.
If they're moving around your legs, good luck with that. Like, they're spreading your ass cheeks and you're like clenching your sphincter for dear life.
Don't get a massage if you've eaten gassy food. Are we gonna do pizza soon?
We might, but let's not give any free ads away.
What a great movie, Back to the Future. Have you seen that, Amanda?
Which one?
Back to the Future?
Yes, of course. It's a classic.
What's it about?
We go back to the future.
You've never seen it.
I have.
You're trying to act all
No,
cool and
no,
like all
I
with the
have.
culture.
No, I have seen it.
Really? Okay, what's it about?
This kid. No, but I've seen it. He kisses his mom because why? Because he like
He
falls
kisses
in
his
love.
mom. No.
With his
We're-
mom.
He doesn't
red
know
buzzer.
it's his mom.
Second red buzzer. You're off.
Let
America's
me
Got
guess. Let
No.
me take my guess of what
Yes,
Back to the
yes,
Future is
Why
about.
would he
Yes,
go- wait.
take a guess.
Hang on.
This will be fun. We'll each guess what Back to the
All
Future is about.
Yes.
Amanda's guess is that he goes back in time and makes out with his mom.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
My guess is makes out with his dad. I don't know. My guess is because this is the DeLorean, right? That's the vehicle that takes him to the past.
Yes.
Takes him to the past. Then he goes back and he sees the child version of himself, and he has to change his past to, in turn, change his future.
Sorta. But he kinda. In the first one, he goes back to and he goes to the prom where his mom met his dad.
Okay.
but he
he's-
doesn't know that it's his parents.
At first, he doesn't know it's his mom. I think he makes out with her, but then he realizes
No,
it.
he doesn't make out.
He does.
He
make Out. They do
does.
make out.
It's true.
But
That's hot.
he doesn't. I can't remember either. He doesn't know, or she tries and he stops her. And
Yeah,
then
I don't
basically
remember that.
She falls for another guy, and he needs to get his dad, who's a loser, to fall in love with the mom.
yeah.
So
So
he
he,
life coaches his dad.
because
I
otherwise he will disappear.
Who made the movie? It's like a.
No clue.
Spielberg?
Was it Spielberg? I feel like.
Maybe.
He went into the.
Hey Siri, who directed Back to the Future?
Which one? I found 4.
Oh my god, she's so extra these days.
Yeah.
Back to the Future was directed by Robert Zemeckis.
Oh,
It's a nobody. How did he pitch
It's
that
not a
movie?
nobody.
All right, this kid goes back in time, makes up with his mom, meets his loser dad.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know,
a
but it's a
classic
classic.
movie.
Yeah,
What
it's
are
a
the
classic.
sequels about?
He goes back to the future.
Marty has other siblings to fuck. the
He gets
sequels are-
stuck in the 1800s, and then he gets stuck in the future. There's another one.
Oh yeah. That's
but it's all on the Earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like a futuristic Earth. It's
No, it is like 2080.
wow.
You're like, wow,
What?
wow, you're selling.
Steve's an easy sell.
No, because how did they portray that? Like, what did it look like? Flying cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Cell phones.
They really overshot that. About 2080, we'll have a cell phone available to the public.
Food. You hit a machine, food appears.
Ooh.
Things will be robotic. Like you get soda from a machine, which can.
True.
They
you
really
can't.
had a pretty low bar.
Yeah.
Guys, 2080, we're going to be able to press a button and a soda is going to come out of this machine.
And ice.
And ice.
I know, it's crazy.
When was that
If
movie
you
made?
could
In
go
the
back
80s?
in time, and you'd be stuck there,
Mm-hmm.
where would you go?
70s.
Oh, why?
Because it's awesome. Like, the guys looks great with their long hair and their jeans and their tiny little glasses. I love the style, and just the vibe just feels free spirit and like a little bit rock and roll, and I like that. I would want to try it. I don't know if I want to be stuck there,
No,
but that is
you're stuck.
I'm stuck.
You
Okay,
sure
well,
about this now?
sure. Where would
Okay.
I go otherwise?
Okay.
Where would you go?
I would go back 10 years ago,
Why?
and I'd just invest
In
all the
cryptocurrency.
business, crypto.
No, you
goods.
don't. You don't have the foresight when you go back. You just dropped your
Yeah,
memories
you
wiped.
just
You're
drop.
back.
Yeah,
You get to choose when, but then you're wiped.
Your memories wiped.
Yeah.
yeah.
Stay here.
Then you could go back to any time period.
just
I
stay
could go
here.
back a year and become a millionaire out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'll go back a year.
Okay, I'll go back.
No,
like,
where would you
2
go?
years and
Fine,
invest
fine.
everything in
Time
Pfizer.
period?
I'd go back an hour from now and take the potatoes out of the oven.
I would maybe go to I would like to be maybe like the late 70s, early 80s would be fun.
Yeah.
Or the 50s with a smooth haircut.
No. I base my
on
my
ABBA.
no, I base this on that 70s show.
Yeah, exactly.
ever
That's what I
seen
was
that,
thinking. Yeah, I was
right?
thinking like we'd be smoking weed in
70s were
Fez-
great.
Yeah, in a
the
basement.
You could do that now.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Why? That's what they said
Because
in the
now we can
70s.
smoke we can smoke weed here.
You want to smoke weed?
There is something nicer
I mean, we
about
could,
having
but
to
no.
sneak the weed. There's something nicer about having to like meet someone and get a baggie of weed. There was this kid.
Something nicer about that?
There was something more pure about it.
What?
Or you can just go to Sweden to do that because it's still illegal.
Yeah, I guess I could just go to like even Texas and do that and get
True.
arrested for it. I used to
Yeah.
buy from this kid. You want to meet at like the Burger King parking lot like noon,
Turn your mic on.
and then he would jump into my car and like put the nugs like on the dashboard, and he'd be like, "Look at these hairs, dude! Like, look at these hairs. This is fire." It's like, you already got my sale. Like, I'm here. You don't
Yeah,
have to
you
like
don't have to
convince me.
sell
of
it again.
Like, I don't care what this is catnip. Like, you already got me. You're
Yeah.
overselling. Look at these hairs, dude.
No, I mean, I don't do well with weed. I kind of want to. Like, I want to train my system into
We'll shoot an episode when
tolerating.
we do that.
Yes, can we shoot an episode like that
We all
70s
just get
show
high.
where
Yeah,
we
we
all
can-
get high and we're just
We'll have to have someone operating the camera though.
Can
to
we
do it, like,
all-
in a circle?
can we all dress in 70s clothes?
Yeah, we can.
I have a shirt.
And I have 70s jeans. You know, like those ones that goes out.
Okay, we got done.
I'm down.
That would be so fun. Yes, let's
we'll
do
that
it for
like
the next.
Christmas special or something.
I feel like a lot of these episodes are gonna involve that somehow.
70 pants.
Yeah, that's how I envision it.
Yeah,
No, smoking weed.
right? Smoking weed,
Whole
having
different zone though.
I know.
maybe, but like we'll see.
I know. I-
But one episode. Promise me this. One episode, 70s clothing and weed.
I think it can be very therapeutic actually if we do that and then just immediately go into rolling and just have everything flow out of us. And we're not censoring ourselves. We're not as aware.
Yeah.
I know. I'll just be
I'm
more.
more aware when I'm high.
Yeah, but if you're forced to speak, you're gonna just let it flow out.
The
No?
right.
opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
It'll be
weird.
good though. It's a good in a good way.
It's a therapeutic type of thing. What is a podcast?
What is it? I mean,
Look at your hair.
you lost me. But I mean, the thing is, like, I'm just thinking about me. If I'm on weed, maybe I just get quieter.
Wait, you've never smoked?
Oh, she has. She's getting
Yeah,
into
but
it now.
I'm getting into it, but I only have like one, and then I'm like good, because otherwise I get afraid and like anxious and stuff. So, but I bought some the other day.
You got to let the thoughts just come up and let them pass, and just know like positive and negative ones are going to come up, and you're always the space where the thoughts are coming up, but they can feel more real and they can feel more like a barrage of thoughts. For me, if I'm in like an anxiety inducing setting and I'm really high, I'll have like the negative thoughts, and then literally my body will start to like shake. I won't have control over like my body.
Really?
And that's why I don't know if there's an earthquake ever.
You're like, it's gonna be an earthquake soon. It's like, no, it's just you on weed.
Like, someone hold his tongue down. Weed's interesting. I feel like it can be a teacher to show you like what's inside, but also depends how you use it. You can also use it just numb yourself.
Yeah.
I've always just tried to use it like, okay, if I'm feeling nervous now or anxious, what am I buying into? What am I believing is true about my reality right now?
Did you watch? You never finished Bo Burnham's special, right?
No.
You
What's
should
that?
rewatch it. It's actually really good.
What is it?
Bo Burnham's a stand-up comic, and he came up with a special during quarantine. It's actually brilliant.
Now I get what you. Yeah, the.
I feel like I have seen it since I've
I
heard
have
so many
seen
of the
it
songs all over
because
the
it's
place now.
awesome.
Yes.
Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
Burnham.
Something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has this one song which is
Somebody
supposed to
burned
be
the ham.
funny, but it actually ended up being like this mega hit now. It's like played in all the clubs. It's All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, it's so good.
And it was supposed to
played
be
it
a
in my
joke.
car.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a joke, but then it's like bounced up on the billboards.
It's so good. But
And it's like you might
I
you might get a
listened to.
fucking, what's it called, a Grammy for it.
But honestly, like I listened to all his songs
They're
from
really
that.
good.
It's so good.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
You got fun and
And
games.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey
and
Bezos.
That's the one you hear everywhere.
yeah, and also
Entrepreneur 34. Jeffrey Bezos.
I feel like he
Yeah.
did that to just make people put a little bit more attention and like pressure on the idea that someone can get like that wealthy.
Of
and-
course, no,
and
literally,
accuse-
says
he has
that in the
so
doc, he
much.
says
Like
that.
it's such a deep.
It's so
I hate to
deep.
be that one that
Be
just
the
talks
one.
about
Be
a
the
show
one.
that you've seen, but honestly, it's so deep if you really think about it. Like I think that some people would just see it and don't see the big picture that
Yeah.
he's trying to portray.
Yeah, no, I agree. I
And-
watched it and didn't laugh the first time. And I was
No,
like,
I
oh
didn't
my
either.
God.
I was like, just like,
And I
wow.
was like mind blown.
Yeah, and it's like an art piece.
It is an art piece, yeah.
But then like the second time you watch it, you
But
laugh.
the first time we watched it, I think we were high and we're like, this is shit. Because we were like, wanting to watch like some funny stand up. We're like, what is this?
Yeah.
No, but it's so
You
good.
gotta be in the right
it's
space
so
for
good. It's
And then
so
I watched
good.
it again on my own and I was like sober and I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah, it's
Like
brilliant. Yes.
I'm going to watch it again.
This
Yeah, you
whole
have
thing
to.
Even talks about like, why does Snapchat have a feature where pictures disappear? It's an app designed for kids, yet it has a feature where it's like they're promoting child pornography. They're allowing that to exist. And I was like, I never even thought about it like that. Like that's so messed up.
And that's the thing, unless you're literally taking a photo and sending it in the mail, like it's on your phone, it's on the Snapchat server, it's on the Apple server, it's the Olive Garden server. It's everyone has
You know,
got
Olive
their hands on
Garden's
that.
breadsticks are pretty good. It gets a lot of bad rep, but it really, have you been there?
They get it. The breadsticks get cheered. That's the reason why people go there.
Right?
But I'll tell you
That's
has
what I've
better,
heard.
who has better bread. But I don't know if anyone's had this, but Bertucci's, which is East
What is
Coast.
that?
It's an East Coast chain.
No.
Should
They
we go
ha-
to Olive Garden tonight?
I love bread dip in like an olive oil with
Ooh,
red-
Parmesan cheese
and red pepper flakes inside
Oh,
it.
dude.
That's the best.
Should we go to Olive Garden?
No,
Why?
it's so like out of a frozen bag.
I mean,
Olive Garden, we will take a sponsor.
if you sponsor
Wait,
us,
where else
we
can we
might
get that
change
Olive
our
Garden
mind.
experience though, where you get breadsticks and like cold water?
I've
and
actually
the
never been to
pasta?
Olive Garden, but
Cold
I've heard
water.
you get cold water.
Do you feel like
wow,
you feel like you can't get
standards.
your hands on cold
It's
water?
really
anywhere
hard
else?
nowadays to get cold water.
Guys, Olive Garden, their chicken parm is good. Their choices of wine, pretty respectable. The water, ugh,
Oh my
it's cold.
god, it's
is there one
cold.
near us?
Yeah, in Burbank.
That's not near us.
That's the closest one. I think Burbank and maybe one.
It's like
but
25 minutes away.
Yeah, but
more than that. it's
Olive
Depot
Garden
Bank.
is like out in
Where else?
suburbs.
Is there anything around here? Are you hungry?
No.
Are you? I'll just. I have a potato.
I have
Yeah,
I have some cold
you
water.
have a
I'll pretend
potato
I'm
in
at
the
Olive Garden.
oven.
I've had Olive Garden recently, and
Really?
yeah,
When?
you were asleep.
What? You're low key like going to Olive Garden without me? Is that what's going on
You're
here?
It's
just
the
like,
the OG
he's
for a
asleep.
reason.
I'm gonna go now.
No, I haven't had it here, but I went there maybe in the spring. It's pretty
The
good.
spring.
Yeah,
What is it now? Fall?
it's the second day of fall.
Dude, time. I have like no idea what time.
It's
is.
September, right?
It's,
Are we diving into the topic with the word
Soon.
we're not supposed to mention?
No, but
yeah, don't mention that and don't mention what day it is because who knows when this will be posted.
true.
Who knows
we
how
don't-
difficult it's gonna be for me to edit this.
Yeah, we'll see. Like,
Here in the future.
This is gonna be Back to the Future 5. I'm gonna go back in time and make
Edit
out with
this.
an Olive Garden server. I'm gonna go back in time and like get the recipe for breadsticks from Olive Garden. The guy conceptual.
Can you ask
And
the
then you
recipe for
come
cold
up-
water?
Their water is probably not even filtered, but
Oh, why would you say that?
that's my guess.
What makes you think
Because
that?
I've worked at restaurants and it's either tap or toilet. So pick your poison.
toilet.
I used to say to people like, "Can I have a water?" I was like, "Did you want tap or toilet?"
You said that to people?
Yeah, I just like to mess around with people.
What?
Yeah.
How did they take it when you said that?
Confused or like laughed. I just try to like make jokes about what I was doing because you're asking the same question.
Yeah, but when you're in a restaurant and you're dealing with food, the last thing you want to think about is toilets and pooping. Think about that.
It was a toilet themed restaurant. It's called Flush of the Morning. No.
That's a real thing, though. There's actually somewhere.
Can I
there's
have the poop cakes?
there is a
Oh,
toilet
no.
thing. That's a real thing. Somewhere in Europe, I saw a
Oh, you
video.
sit
of
on
it.
toilets.
I mean,
You sit on
But
toilets.
they're not real toilets.
No, you're not. You can't go to the bathroom on it.
Not
There's
su-
one
not
restaurant that has
supposed
a
to.
clear bathroom, so people can see when you're going to the bathroom.
I just must say that
Are
I
you
like.
serious?
Or sorry, it's reversed. You can see them.
That's
a
really weird.
Big difference.
It is.
But that's so weird.
Can you
though.
imagine sitting at Olive Garden, you're staring on the other and see some guy like on the toilet? He can't see. That's insidious. He doesn't know what's going on. The whole restaurant is watching him.
But honestly, like if you had that, he would know because someone would have been there.
Would you?
You know, and then he walks in there, so you know that. Oh, I have to go to the restroom, and then you see it,
One
and you're
ti-
like,
Wait,
oh no, it's.
would you
full.
want to be on the toilet watching people eat in high definition?
No.
No,
You feel self-conscious, even though they can't see you.
I don't want to go to public restrooms. overall.
When I'm on a toilet, I want to be like in a deprivation tank. I don't want sounds. I don't want to be spoken to. I want the lights off. Just me and my
You want
phone
the
and some
lights
Sarah
off?
McLaughlin.
Right, I was just like the phone.
Yeah.
You have to have your phone though.
I don't want
Why?
someone
Wait.
because it's part of the experience.
Yeah, it's
The
just nice.
experience.
Yeah.
That's when I pull up Tinder, which I never do.
Oh, when you're on the toilet?
Isn't it crazy? It makes you think like when you're on the toilet before, what were you doing before a phone? Game Boy?
No, then you have those books.
No,
Oh yeah, books,
You know,
magazines.
yeah.
You think. How much of your day do you actually just sit down and ponder?
And
A
what?
lot.
Ponder?
Yeah.
No. How much of your day do you do that?
A lot.
You really don't. I mean, actually sit still.
Brian knows what's
You
going on in my
don't.
brain.
If you're driving,
You
you're seeing
don't.
stimuli constantly. Or you're on your phone, or you're looking to, you're driving around seeing things.
Still ponder a lot.
I mean,
But it's not the same. I mean, just sat down on a chair by yourself and just thought, how's my life going? What do I want to improve on? We don't do that, but you used to do that. Our parents' generation did that sort of stuff.
There's more pondering going on back then.
way more
Yeah.
pondering. Have you ever done
way
this?
more.
And then
Yeah.
we wonder why we wake up and we're like surrounded with like material things that we don't want and we don't love our
Dude,
lives.
I
And we have
journal
FOMO.
every night.
I journal
That's
every
when I do.
morning.
So, I mean, I do it every night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And that's probably the only time when I
What if you were more aware during your day? What would your day even look like?
more aware of
Yourself, the world, your wants, your needs.
I think everyone goes in and out of that. You go in and out
Yeah.
of like the physical mind, like, oh shit, green light, and the higher part of yourself that ponders, reflects, generally like
And
laments over the
usually,
past and
I
focuses
mean,
on the
and
future.
sometimes I feel like sometimes it's even easier to do it with another person.
No.
I mean, not in
You're
the
just having a
sense of
conversation. It's different.
yeah,
but
but
you can find your answers to that conversation. That's what
Yes.
therapy is.
That's what I
just
mean.
Pondering, though. I mean, just thinking about your own life, letting your thoughts come up. You know what I mean? We don't do that enough. We don't have alone time. We don't sit like you think back to your parents' generation, like
Yeah, they obviously had more.
way
but
more. And I mean, it started to get like scooped out because of TVs. But go to your grandparents.
Yeah.
Then you out with your friends, playing with people. You're out going for walks.
But just like when I was a kid, I played outside. Like we
Many
didn't.
don't anymore in America.
No, and
Video
it's like,
games.
but it's so weird because like when I was a kid, and I'm even like pretty young.
Oldie?
Like we.
Eh.
No one knows. But I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't have a cell phone until like I was pretty old, and
How old?
I don't know, like maybe
7?
14.
Wow.
Yeah, but because it wasn't like not everyone had phones, so it wasn't as cool to have one, and the only thing you could do was texting each other and play that game Snake.
This conversation is a conversation that podcasters that come in the next couple years won't even be able to have.
No, but
You think pondering is gonna go extinct?
No, I mean cell phones. Like they won't be like a time before cell phones. They don't know what that is like.
Yeah,
No.
the kids now.
We are the last generation of that.
Well, that's why I brought my
Probably.
8-track player to this taping today.
I don't even really know what that is, to be honest.
I don't know either, but I use it as a flashlight. I don't know if I'm supposed to. It's the same idea. It's covered in fluid by the end.
but like
You know what? Like this is how you know your car's old. If it has a CD player.
mine
No,
has the CD player.
no.
Mine
mine
has a
too.
cassette player too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Really?
I had
I
a
feel like you're cassette shaming me right now. I love it because you can get one of those universal like cassette adapters and you can plug it into your iPod or even your phone and you can play
Yeah.
music through the cassette.
Or you just use Bluetooth.
Yeah, if you want the EMFs, you can do that too. What happens when you're driving through the Joshua Tree though and you don't have internet?
Bam.
Guess who's listening to tunes still? Stevie Boy and his cassette.
Guess that Spotify allows you to save music on your phone without internet for years.
Is that true?
It is true.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't know? Yeah.
For
I don't
years
use
though.
Spotify.
You should.
You don't?
No, because I don't want to pay for music,
It's worth it.
but I will take a sponsorship.
I won't take it.
I get my
if
music on YouTube.
I get my music on
I can-
YouTube. Yeah.
Honestly,
I got my
but
porn on you, bun.
Yeah.
But
Has that
hey-
been made yet?
No,
That is a really good a parody to make.
it is.
I get my music on you. I get my music on YouTube. Yeah. I get my porn on you, porn.
On
yeah,
RedTube.
yeah. What else would the Swedes are moving into my apartment. Yeah. This done at university. Oh,
Now
really
you
working on
lost it. You lost it, but-
Justin, I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Yeah.
Justice?
Yeah.
Oh. You mean wait.
What?
Is this a Justin? Is it?
Yes.
Who sings it?
Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, it is Justin
Yeah.
Bieber.
Who do you think it was?
I don't know, someone else.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Are you high?
no. That song's a
Do you wanna
duet
do-
with someone else, and he
Yeah.
doesn't. That part isn't him.
No, it is him.
Which
I got my peaches out in Georgia. There's another guy that does some of the verses.
Yeah.
exactly?
Yeah, but the chorus, which you were singing,
No
was
one calls
Justin.
him Justin though. That's why he threw me off.
What is he
Call him
called?
Justin Bieber. You have to say
Justin Bieber, get down here right now.
Justin Bieber.
The Justin, because I was like Justin Timberlake, Justin.
That's also like a sign that you're old, because if you were like a young generation, that would be the first one to pop up in your mind.
Justin
Justin
Timberlake.
Bieber. No, Justin Timberlake. That means that you're
Bieber
older.
went from being like in my mind, Bieber like he's like made fun of stuff. I want to be like, hey man, it's okay. Like, don't need to talk.
No, he's getting more respect because
Yeah, why? What changed?
he's very talented.
He is very
He's
talented,
making
yeah.
less like pop type of songs and just doing more his style and collaborating with big producers. And
But I
He's
feel like you
definitely
always
gotten more
Bieber,
respect, I feel
Bieber.
like.
I was thinking, hey,
well, because we've
Bieber.
known him since he's about 13.
Yeah.
So I guess the new generation doesn't have that image of him.
No, they view him as we viewed like NSYNC or like Britney Spears.
Yeah, definitely.
They were those. I think
that is so
the
true.
fact that those people existed before the internet is a testament to how famous they were. Like Britney Spears, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. That was before we had an internet. These people were massive
Yeah.
all over the world with no internet,
yeah.
just from TV and showing up, performing concerts. Think about even further
Yeah.
back, the 70s. I have a friend whose dad was super famous in the 70s, even before TV was big or anything, and he was known all over the world.
Those days are over.
Now it's all about TikTok.
I know. It's all.
I get my fame from TikTok. Yeah.
What
Well,
if we
guys,
got
thank you so
sued?
much for tuning in.
Tuning
Are we
in. That
wrapping
sounds
it
so.
up?
That sounds so.
Sound old?
Yes, because it's like tuning in. That's like when you tune in the radio, right?
It's true.
Like,
What do we
you're
say?
not
Thanks so much
tuning-
for.
I don't know.
I think we. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Depending on how you're.
Let's edit this part and do a better ending.
But like, what would be the ending? How do you end a
Like
podcast?
high energy,
We
like-
don't know.
Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Brian. This is Amanda. That's Steve. Steve's shaking his head.
But also, like, it feels like you turn into like a sports coach.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, but
That's an
honestly,
announcement.
no, but like,
wait.
you know, when he
Yeah.
does that, he's like,
Speaking of
Let's
coach-
You're
go
great.
Rambo!
Speaking of coaches. We'll
No.
save that for another podcast.
that's another
Guys,
episode.
seriously though, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. My name's Brian. This was Amanda, Steve. This is going to be a reoccurring thing, so stay tuned. We're going to be having short clips from the podcast, the full length, the audio, the video, the works. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave comments below. Let us know what you want us to talk about, what you'd like to
Yes.
see. Any feedback, we'd love to hear it. Don't sue us. And that's
Yeah, and please sponsor us. Someone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye. I have still no idea what my love language
So
is.
it's like touch, gifts, acts of service.
Like, do it all.
The Bay of Pigs is when they invaded. Then